Let's cover a little bit more about indentation and code blocks in Python. So Python uses indentation to mark the beginning and end of code blocks. So if you take a look over here, the indentation is just the space before the beginning of the line, and all these lines that have the same indentation mark the code block over here. Other languages use curly braces, but Python has opted to use just this indentation, or just this empty space before the beginning of the actual first character in that line of code. So there are many other statements that have code blocks, which we'll see later on, such as for loops, while loops, creating functions with this def statement, the with statement as well, and others actually that will all end in a colon, and then underneath them will be the beginning of a code block, which will be indented. So how does this code block end? Well, it ends whenever the indentation returns to where it was before the code block began. So that's whenever standard control flow will resume. And let me show you how that works. I'm just going to copy and paste this code down below. So we can have statements over here that will begin to get executed no matter what, and are not part of the if statement by deleting, or by pressing delete, and by going back to the beginning of the line. So let's just say I'm over here again. I press enter, but I want to just have a normal control flow and not be inside of the code block from the if statement. I just press delete. Now I'm at the beginning, and oftentimes you can put a space and I have to press delete again to leave an empty line over here, just to signify that you have ended this code block. So let's just create a new variable over here, say y equals 10, and then I'll make a print statement over here, and I'll just say this line gets executed no matter what. So it doesn't matter if it's true or false. The value of x is, let's say, x, and y is y. So we'll have this. So let's go ahead and execute this, and you'll see that now x is still -20, so this does not get run, and this is the code block for the if statement. This over here, this line is outside of that code block. It has nothing to do with this if statement. It will get executed no matter what. So y gets assigned to the value of 10. And then this line will also get executed no matter what. It is not part of this if statement at all. So the if statement only controls whether or not these two lines of code get run. All right, now if we change this, let's just change x to 20. So now this code block will get run. We've seen that half of the value of 20 is 10. And then this line gets executed no matter what. So it's independent of this if statement. And the indentation returns back to normal, or I should say the indentation returns back to where it was previously, which was the beginning of the line. All right, so that's a little bit more about indentation and code blocks and resuming of standard control flow in Python.